G'day guys, it's Sam here from Built Not. Oh my God, that intro. You know, I've stopped doing that now and people are like, where's the intro gone? But come on guys, let's be honest. The channel's matured a little bit since then, so I'm probably gonna stop doing it, but there you go, there's the last one. All right, so this video, something I should have done probably a long time ago. Well, actually, no, that's not right. It's probably the perfect time to do this video actually, because I'm in that kind of in-between stage. So I just want to give you a bit of an update of what's going on quickly, and then I'm going to give you a shop tour of Dad's workshop basically, which is where I've kind of bunkered down for now. So obviously just come back from my trip over East. Big thanks to everyone who came to all the shows, the Fall Drive shows, the Show Your Dirt events. I'm going to be planning Melbourne pretty soon, and obviously Brisbane since I'm heading over there. So keep an eye out for them. But basically I'm staying home for Christmas at the moment. Crashed with the folks for a bit, so I'm sort of in limbo, but there are a few projects going on. So the idea is pretty much to just pump out a few videos that I'm doing. I also do a lot of like commercial videography for businesses, a lot of product shoots for companies and stuff, so I'm catching up on some of that work. And then probably January, maybe like second, third week, I don't know, probably start heading over. I'm gonna be driving over to Brisbane, hopefully going through the center, so hit the Great Central Road, back through Uluru, see some of that stuff. It's been a while since I've been through there, so I'll be driving over. I don't know if I'm going with anyone yet. It may be solo, it may not be. I'll probably film a little bit of that as well, but it won't be like a massive series episode because it will just be sort of more of a vlog thing. And then be landing in Brisbane, already looking at workshops, whether it be a kind of a house with a big shed, or ideally I want to find like an industrial kind of workshop where I can set up some offices for editing, etc. A couple of rooms for filming like intricate things, and then obviously the workshop, get some hoists in there, some tools, and do some more builds. So next year, I've got 2 builds I'm working on. There may be 1 project car that I have where I do a lot of like product reviews, shoots, things like that. More relatable for you guys. And then a long-term project which I'll be working on probably almost when I hit the ground there, but you won't be seeing any of that stuff till maybe mid-year to second half of the year, just because it's quite a long project. I want to bank up a lot of the content and then release it kind of weekly or fortnightly, so you actually get to follow it along. And then that car will hopefully be unveiled at one of the shows towards the end of the year. Patrol's always going to have stuff going on, that's a no-brainer. And also some budget stuff, which you've already kind of heard about. I'm thinking an 80 series, and then do a build on it kind of as cheap as I can, and then take it as far as I can. So go somewhere remote and see what happens. That's kind of the plan with that. What else? Content wise, I've obviously reduced to like 1 video a week just because there's so much happening and I don't have enough content for the 2 a week that I used to be doing, but I feel like 1 a week gives me more chance to kind of get a better rounded episode for things. So I'll probably stick to that. There may be a couple of weeks here and there that I miss obviously while I move over, because I'm going to be on the road and won't be really doing a lot. So don't stress, you may miss a Friday. Sorry, it's not a Friday, Tuesday. I do more videos on a Tuesday. I think that's a better day. So every Tuesday is an upload. Put that in your diary. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I want to give you a quick look at the projects I'm currently working on, and then we'll do a shop tour. Behind me, all the crap, all the junk, that's all my stuff. Obviously, the Built Not Bought trailer is for sale still. So that's sitting there ready to just go to someone. Oh, I bought a new car. Look at that, it's another Ford. Oh, can you believe it? It's actually a Fairmont, this one. So I bought a Fairmont. It's just basically a parts runner while I kind of work on the patrol. And I think Anna's gonna drive around a bit as well, because we sold the X-Trail, so she can use it if she needs, and then I'll use it for running around. And then we'll probably just flog it off before I leave, or maybe do something with it. I don't know, you tell me what you reckon. I'm not putting 40-inch tires on it. Maybe 42s, what? Got a couple other project cars going on. This is a family friend's patrol. I'm just gonna do a bit of work on that. Probably like, he's getting ready to go to the Gib. So they're doing the Gib River Road next year. So I'm just gonna be doing like awning, rooftop tent, all dual battery system, fridge, drawers, recovery points, pretty much everything he needs to go on that trip. I'm not filming it, obviously, it's just something I'm doing on the side project. Patrol, obviously, heaps going on with that. Doing my intake piping at the moment. Just done my fuel system, so that'll be the next video coming out, is upgrading the fuel system, and then the one after that probably be the intake piping, which is pretty much, I'm thinking like a Tech Tuesday on TIG welding. Because get off my screen, because yeah, that could be interesting. So I'm gonna get Josh involved with that because I can't TIG weld. And then this project's my brother's HQ, which you guys have asked about, which I'm gonna film some stuff on. So currently, actually over here, currently we're doing brake lines at the moment. So they're going in, and then hopefully this week or next week, I'm gonna start putting in all the wiring looms. So this is pretty awesome. It comes from America, and it's basically a harness, standalone harness, for any car almost. So there's a fuse box there, and then every little wire's actually got labels on it. So this is like the window, power, you got ignition, you got accessories, you've got tail lights, like everything's labeled. So it's sort of what they use for like hot rods and stuff. So that'll be going in, that's pretty awesome. I don't think I'll film that, it's pretty tedious and boring. But then the engine will be dropping in, so that'll be the next thing. So I might film putting the motor in, do a bit of an episode with Zach, and we'll drop that engine in and gearbox, and you guys can sort of see what's going on with the HQ. Any questions, please comment down below, because we might do a little Q&A at the end about this. But it will be the first non-4-wheel drive car on the channel, so that's pretty exciting. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, well, let's just get inside. We might as well start the old shed tour. There. I'll shut that because of the light. All right, that's better. It's bright as with that door open, so we'll close it. So you probably recognize this place. Obviously, a lot of my content gets filmed in here. So workshop bench is a bit of a mess at the moment because look what I did yesterday. That is my shifter. So Ronnie, Dale, Harry, all the boys that were giving me shit that I couldn't select 4-wheel drive, I've now fixed this. It's bending away, giving me clearance. It was hitting something before, but now this can go back in, and I can actually select 4-wheel drive. Believe it or not, there you go. Toolbox, this is sort of the workbench area-ish. It's pretty sort of clean, organized. Come around the side, we've got a parts washer. I had a same sort of one in my shop, so under there's like, it's a non-flammable, kind of degreasery sort of non-evaporative cleaner, basically parts washer. So you can clean off greasy, oily parts in there. Got the welder. These hubcaps here, they were off a 1967 Mustang. That was Mum's old Mustang she had, so that's a bit of memorabilia. The car's gone now, but that's why that's there. All this is a bit of a sticker wall just to make the shed look a bit fancy. Drill press, that's been there for years. We've had that since I was a kid. Dad's probably had it since he was a kid. Linisher. This has just joined the family, so we've now got a transmission jack. You know, you got to get with the times. We're finally getting equipment. See, Dad's very old school. He only got a hoist in the last house, and now I'm like, dude, get a transmission jack. It makes things so much easier, but he's real kind of old school, like, let's just get on the ground and do it, but fair enough. This is the rod, the hot rod, so that's a car that the old boys had for probably, I don't know, since he was 16, I think it was, and it's been through a lot of rebuilds. So at the moment it's this, but it used to be vintage car, then it was a blue hot rod and all sorts of stuff. This is kind of where everything sits, very organized. So this one's got a lot of like solvents, paints and all that crap, oils down the bottom. It's kind of the lube and the lube drawer, the lube shed. These drawers, super organized as well. Battery tools on the top, go down, everything's sort of organized. This is where a lot of the crap gets, you kind of, oh, this is a nice drawer. This is where all the nuts and bolts live. My favorite drawer. Yeah, and it's just electrical stuff, sanding, and then more specialized tools down the bottom. Another organized shelf, this is paint. So it's all the paint stuff, mixing, sanding, all that kind of crap stays in this one. And then up the top, there's just a lot of sort of longer term storage of stuff that you don't use as much. Gearbox, that's my old gearbox. The manual, which it will be going back to manual, super excited, but I don't know whether I'm gonna do it before I leave or not. I feel like the auto's gonna cook and overheat going through the center at this time of year, but I can't put the manual back in it because I'm gonna get my clutch replaced because it's sort of slipping. It wasn't really rated properly. I don't know. The Center Force are looking into it, so we'll see what happens with that. Obviously the hoist, it's a 4-ton 2-poster. Pretty good for what we want to do. There's a nice high ceiling in this shed, so the HQ's on there at the moment. There's the engine crane that we're going to be using probably this week to put that motor in. So that's the engine going in the HQ. Actually, I did put a Q&A up on my Instagram. So Sam_Isles is my Instagram, and I actually put up a bit of questions about the HQ, and everyone's asking what motor's going in it. So it's a 308, which is the standard motor that they had. So that's the Holden V8 carburetor, it's unregistered, so it needs to have the original motor put back in it. So he'll probably change it down the road, but for now, this is gonna be fine. It's had a bit of work done, flat top pistons, cam, all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna run half decent for what it is. There's our press, so we use that to put in bearings. This corner is sort of a sub workbench where you kind of lay things out and no one comes and fiddles with it, unless you're me and I come and make a mess. Here's a guitar that I built when I was like 11 or 12. Look at that, the sparkle. So I had that put there. I was gonna chuck it out and Dad's like, no, don't get rid of it. He tends to keep a lot of my stuff. So actually, oh, it's not there. It's all hung up here. So all these clothes are one of everything I sell on my website. He has it hung up here. Bit of a shrine. So you see my stickers, the first Show Your Dirt event, hat, stubby. Like, this is all stuff that I'm not gonna keep, obviously, and I'll come back here in a few years and go, oh my God, I remember having that shirt, or I remember having that sticker. So it's cool to have a bit of memorabilia there. Anyway, back to here, organizers. These were actually mine out of my shed, but obviously with me moving, I kind of pass them along, but it's handy. If you're working on a car, you can just take one with you and then just drop it back and everything's sort of organized, so that's cool. A lot of my camera gear's left here, obviously filming all the time. My workbench sheet. The Waco freezer that I'm using is out of the car, and then a whole bunch of the stainless intake piping stuff that I'm working on for the next video. That's actually another Nash. So that hot rod is a 34 Nash. And this is sort of another body that's gonna end up being sort of a rat rod, but it's been sitting there for like 100 years. So he's all talk, he hasn't started it yet, but probably once I move away and Zach gets his car out of here, he'll start working on it. So that's it. Obviously Dad's workshop, just the right size for him, but when we come in here and tear up the place, there's not much room left for anything. A lot of my stuff's up on that top little mezzanine up there. But yeah, that's sort of a shop tour, the projects that's happening at the moment. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel for those kind of videos. I think once the air intake and the fuel video is done, we can start doing some more driving stuff. So there's a Patreon day coming up, overnight a trip, we'll film some of that, some hardcore four-wheel drive tracks. And also I've got to do my challenges. So on the rig rundown, obviously I do my rig rundown challenges with each car. So the sprint, comfort challenge, flex, like I need to do that on my patrol. I can't believe I haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna film that and we'll see where it sits in comparison to the other cars that I've filmed. And yeah, see where it ends up. Well, that's it guys for the shop tour. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Add me on my Instagram, Sam Isles, and on Facebook as well, because there's always content on there that doesn't end up here. And I'm gonna go, because this is a heavy camera and my arms are getting sore. God damn it. Peace. Oh, I did my intro, so I'll do my outro too. Take it easy, peace. Oh God, I gotta stop doing that shit, okay? It's embarrassing. Please click the button to your left if you want to go and check out the latest merchandise we have on our website. If you missed last week's episode, click down below to see it. And most importantly, on the far left, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.